moment before, waiting for Luana Sheu to enter my invitation. How cool is this?
Beautiful, perfect, impeccable.
We're already recording, by the way. Hi, Luana Sheu.
Hello, Mija. How are
This
you?
is Hey Stella podcast, and this is episode 11. And I am going to have you as my guest and my co-partner.
That's it.
But this is what I'm saying. That doesn't make sense because they don't understand that this work that you do as an artist, meaning both. When I say artist, I'm including the photography and the actress. And for me as an acting coach, the work that we do is part of us. The work is not separate. I don't do work that's separate where I'm like, I can make that work be separate where it doesn't affect me. My heart is being stabbed a couple of times and I'm supposed to sit back and say, oh yeah, that's okay. That's fine. That's okay. That's fine. Go on and do it.
No. No, you're so right. It's a signature. And I respect people that are business people with their craft so much because I know how difficult it is. And people like me and you, they're so warm-hearted and warm blood. We're just like, okay, it's fine. But we say this once, twice, 3 times until it's a habit and we realize only after. But it's good that we have this conversation now because it's as if you're saying to yourself right now with this podcast to never do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you.
The way that you are right now, and we're just so being us. I think you look beautiful.
Oh my God, I think you look beautiful too.
I would love to. So listen, this is what I want to do. I'm going to go get my coffee.
Okay.
Can you continue? And I want you to, this is an acting exercise. We were talking about the moment before. What does the moment before when you hear as an actress, as a photographer, are you using it when you're doing photography for photo shoots? What does the moment before mean to you? I'm going to get my coffee. You can talk.
Crazy. Oh my God, I love this moment so much. Moment before. I have a good example for that. One time I was photographing a teacher and an acting coach, and I was waiting for her to come to the studio and do the session, and I was very nervous. And my moment before was taking time with my friend Ryu, that he was with me in the room waiting for her, and we composed a song that was legendary for me and for my life. And we recorded it. We did not edit the clip. I was rapping, he was playing the guitar, and that was the moment before.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Before a photo shoot, that's important. I need to write a poem. Before a date, I need to write something or sing about it on, I don't know. I can't sit in uncomfortable feelings of not putting them out there because that's what I've been taught.
So wait, so you're doing this even before, like in real life?
Yeah, all the time.
So you're letting all of it out. So then when you go to the scene, let's say the scene in your real life or the scene as the character, do you still have something to bring? Because, oh, really?
I have it, but it's not the uncomfortability like, why am I doing this? I want to run away. I want to keep it with me. But at the same time, I want to let it out. It's like the part that I know it shouldn't be there. It has to be expressed before, you know?
Oh, so you're getting rid of the parts that shouldn't be there.
The parts that I feel will make me trip, let's say.
Yeah. That's going to take the beauty from the one that should be remaining and brought into the scene. Because I'm referring to the moment right before you go on set and the director calls action. A character so-and-so enters, but it's just the beginning of the movie or it's just the beginning of the play, and it gives you no background. Like, that's what I mean. So even if it's not in the script, do you find that you always do that to where
I always do that. I need to have, because there's so many choices, infinite choices, right? If I wasn't to choose none and be like, oh no, I'm just going into a scene. But for me, it has to be something. Right now, while you were talking, and I was thinking I have to go on the set right now, and this energy that I have, I would take a rope and I would jump rope for like a minute and sing at the same time. So let it out. So when I get into the scene, something happened to me. You don't know what happened to me. Maybe I ran a marathon. Maybe I ran from dogs. Something happened to me for sure.
So Lana, do me a favor right now. Can you just get up for a second and just do like a second of jump rope, and then I'll do something and sing a song. So for this, just so I can understand and they can understand. So if you want to get rid of all the poison and all the things that we're allowing from other people to come to us and we don't need that, You're doing the jumping of the rope, imaginary rope. It doesn't have to be rope.
Okay. I wanna know. I wanna know your bed and how you are in school. I bet you have memories. You have happy, funny memories.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Because you have a voice. You have an amazing voice. You're a singer. I mean, I've seen videos. I've heard you sing for the series that we're doing. You have a beautiful voice. If I were to jump rope and do a song, for me, that would be so difficult. I already now I'm thinking. So that makes me the most uncomfortable. So that would be a perfect moment before, because it would allow me to take that fear and shyness of my not so great talents and throw them outside the window before I go in. It's almost like I'm letting them come out and then I'm throwing them out the window. So if I were to do it, you're gonna laugh. I feel like my boobs are going up and down too much. O lume de 20 de ani. Ha! 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 Na 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 no. No 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 no. Da 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 da. Whoa. Out poison. Out everything. Out. And then you're the director, and now you say call action.
Action.
Hey, Luana, what's up? Luana Shiv, welcome to Hey Stella podcast, international podcast like no other in the world, because I am the only member of the Actor Studio to have a podcast. First one, because now everybody's going to go copy it. And I have Luana Shiv, all the way from Romania, coming soon to New York, a graduate of
American Academy of Dramatic Art in New York City.
And an international photographer, as I am an international acting coach. So yes, people, yes, we have, both of us, great, huge Romanian cemented foundation, not the American bullshit that the houses are built on. We have the Romanian cemented foundation when we talk. So we might not have the followers right now, but I guarantee you, I'll make a bet, whatever you want. A year from now, things are going to change. People will be the one to come back.
Shake hands with me.
Shake hands.
Yes.
Oh, I can't see. I have no glasses. So you have to say when you see I have no glasses. I thought there was a fish. I thought it was a fish. I'm like, what the hell is a fish doing?
My face hurts.
But Luana, do you see how then when you call action, I come in completely at a different level? Recording in progress. So we just got cut off, but that's okay. This is why this is live. And we'll see if we can get Luana to come back again. But that was really good. This is what we're talking about the moment before. The moment before can be something that you need for the scene that's about to be shot. So if the need for the energy to be raised up, then you do an exercise like that. Hi, Luana.
I'm sorry.
I don't know, but this is so much better. For me, I feel that having you on the phone, and I hope that you're going to like it when you see it.
The video. Okay.
I like it. I think now that you're on the computer and I'm on the phone, you look beautiful. I wish I could take a picture, but I can't because I wish you would see my setup. I'll show you my setup after. Without the lights, it's so much better, actually.
Show me.
So this is me without the lights, right?
Yeah. Oh.
And look, I look like I'm dead, but speaking, which is not. That's scary. Look.
So bad.
I thought the light was supposed to do the reverse. I thought the light was supposed to take away like the dark circles.
Yeah, no, nah, okay.
And look without, now look at the difference.
Love it. It's my smooth.
I found the new position that I'm using for my photos. It's like this.
Miha, I have to go because I'm missing my train.
Okay, kisses, go. I'm going to stay talking.
Bye, everyone. Wait, no. Bye, Miha. I love you so much. Don't give a flying fuck about anything. Thank you for being
And
who
you
you
the
are.
same. It's all good.
Bye.
Kisses. Bye. You're
Kisses,
beautiful.
bye. You too.
I'm going to keep going. So that was Vana share when she's still in Bistrița. Bistrița este de unde sunt eu. Bistrița Năsău, din județul Bistrița Năsău, dar e Bistrița. E orășelul cel mai mic, la 40 de kilometri de unde am crescut, cu bunicii mei în Căianul mic. Și nu vine să cred când am cunoscut-o în New York, când mi-a zis de unde e în România. Deci putea să fie de oriunde și deci s-a întâmplat să fie din Bistrița. Tatăl ei, bineînțeles, și părinții tot știu toate satele care sunt împrejur și când au auzit de Căianul mic, Căianul mic, știu Căianul mic. Mi se pare că este foarte important ca ceea ce mi se întâmplă în viața personală să pot să aduc în podcast. Mă gândeam, deci, cum am vorbit de momentul dinainte pentru actor, deci a devenit ceva care a fost un exemplu pe care l-am dat mai devreme cu găsitul energiei de care ai nevoie ca să intri în scenă. Deci m-a ajutat nu numai ca și actriță, dacă aș fi avut un rol. Deci m-a ajutat, că de-aia zic, toate uneltele astea și toate tehnicele din actorie sunt folosite de oamenii deștepți în viața de zi cu zi și sunt apreciate. Păcatul este că nu sunt foarte mulți oameni deștepți, sunt mai mulți idioți în lumea asta, mai mulți decât m-am așteptat. Dar te ajută și în viața de zi cu zi. M-am trezit azi dimineață și n-am avut o stare foarte bună, sinceră să fiu, dar numai faptul că mi-am dat, I gave myself permission to do something that I'm not good at, that I'm kind of ashamed to do, like singing. And that song came, and I think it's a song pe care l-am cântat mai devreme, de pe vremea cenaclului Flacăra din România, de pe vremea comunistă. Și eram tot la țară, la Căian, toate memoriile de copil și de adolescent sunt legate de Căian, pentru că bunicii mei au însemnat totul pentru mine. Normal că părinții mei și ei înseamnă totul pentru mine, dar am crescut cu bunicii. Și atunci mi-aduc aminte cum ascultam plăcile alea care erau pe vremea aia, acum 30 ceva de ani, 40 de ani. Ce 30-40 de ani? Cenaclu Flacăra era the biggest thing, the songs and the artists. Și de acolo a venit melodia asta, în seara asta, mamă, lumea mea, Doamne ferește. Mi-aduc aminte cum aveam un doamnă doctor din Căiană, o familie de doctori cu care ne-am împrietenit și care sunt și acum acolo. Doamna doctor mi-a adus, ea cred că mi-a adus plăcile astea și m-a introdus la muzica de la Cenaclu Flacăra. Și parcă era un băiat, nu mai știu cine era, dar parcă era un băiat care mă plăcea și a încercat să ne facă legătura. Deci acum era în perioada când mă duceam în România, din Detroit, deci eram în liceu. Deci eram în liceu în Warren, Michigan, afară la câteva minute de Detroit. Și mă duceam în România. So from Detroit in high school, I was going to spend my summer vacations back in Romania in the village where I grew up. And this doctor, doamna Dr. Margareta, she was trying to introduce me to someone. I indicated to this guy that she thought was like a stand-up guy. I don't remember his name. I just remember he was tall. And I felt that he was like so smart. I think he was in college and I was like in high school. So I felt like I was mute. I felt so shy. I don't know if people would know this about me, but I had such a hard time speaking when I was growing up. I was a very shy kid, very shy through my high school. I think when I started to gain my confidence and to start speaking, actually like opening my mouth and speaking, was when I went back to Romania to start college in Bucharest. So all of these memories are kind of awakened because of this podcast, which I love so much because they're happy memories. When you have to use events from your life as an actor and you have to go back into your childhood or whatever time in your life you think the moments are going to be a help to the character you're playing, because they're going to help you to get to the emotional state that you need for that character. They're not all sad. There's a lot of joy to be had. We are actually in our life, our brain is ready to go to the bad negative events and emotions and thoughts, But in order to make the brain remind you and go back or acknowledge the joyful and the grace moments and the thankful moments, like I am so thankful right now, the brain has to work harder. So it's like you would have to run much slower if you were to run physically in a marathon and still be a winner to get to the bad emotions, but you would have to run so much faster and make that body work so much better in order to get to the great emotions. So of course, we choose to go with what's easy. And that's why dark emotions come out more often than the great emotions. It's easier to be sad than to be happy. Learning such big lessons still. And you would think that with a certain time in your life and accomplishments and experience, you would be able to distinguish people and you would be able to understand the worthiness that you have and only allow people in your life, in your circle, in your orbit who have character. And worthiness shared has to be with worthy people. But it's up to me, it's up to you to decide who you want to share your worthiness with in your work, no matter what the work is, and in your personal life. And that I still need to work on. Great lesson for me. It is nothing having to do with another person. It has to do with me. It has to be with the way that I value myself. It has to do with you. It has to be with the way that you value yourself. And what do you demand of others? Friends, family, colleagues. What do you demand? Demanding is not a bad word. Demanding means that you respect yourself and you respect your work. My work is my soul, because you have to give it all. You can't just give it enough that you don't hurt. You have to give it all. So the giving all of yourself, the putting your heart out there to have it stabbed as if it's being stabbed with a knife, symbolically, of course. I hope I don't have to say that. I hope people are not crazy not to understand that. But you have to put it out there for the audiences, big, small audiences, to be able to receive what you have to share with them. Song, play, movie. If you think that you can protect yourself by putting up fences around you, I don't think you're ever going to achieve greatness. Greatness comes with vulnerability equals courage, which means that you will be hurt. You will have suffering. But on the other side of that, there's going to be so much more joy. The joy and the thankfulness and the grace and the celebration is going to be so much bigger because you have experienced the opposite of that on a level that's lower than what a medium person will allow themselves to feel in everyday life. For example, this exercise, just one simple exercise to do as the moment before. That's what you do, right? You get up. The director says, I want you to have more energy. Rather than just be in your head and say, how can I have more energy? What do you mean have more energy? Sitting there until he calls action, when you're watching everybody, the crew and the cameras being set up and the lights, and you're going less and less energetic because you're starting to get afraid of what's going to happen. Are you good enough to do this? Give yourself something practically to do. Go in a corner of a room, go outside, go hide behind a little place where there's nobody seeing you if you don't want to be seen. Do it in front of the crew. Who cares? It's about giving the director the best you to fit the character. So the energy, the physical, jumping up and down and giving yourself a song and doing it, repeating it. The repetition will build that up and will build that up. So by the time you finish, you come back the same way that I came back. Hey, Stella, like if you asked me to do the same version that I did after I got up and I jumped up and down, then I sang, Seara asta mamă, lumea e a mea, o lume de 20 de ani, privește mamă jocul și taci nu întreba, e foarte simplu, este seara mea, dacă n-am să vin de seară, mamă ușa nu încuia. Lasă telefonul în pace, fiindcă în seara asta, mamă, lumea e a mea. În seara asta, mamă, lumea e a mea. O lume de 20 de ani, Now I go into my relaxation. I drop the before energetic moment became to something that's more of a relaxation that I need in my mind, in my body. I'm using the same song, but I'm not using the physical jumping. I'm getting images that are completely different than the ones that I was getting before. I'm getting images of, bear with me, I'm still trying to figure out because I don't remember, and I feel guilty for not remembering. I still remember when the last time who I don't know the last time. Different versions and images that come into my head. And one that's coming up to me right now. I was sitting in the garden and there was a bench. Not knowing that that would be the last moment. I think that's one of the moments, but I'm not sure. I think I wanted to have. I think I'm not letting go of. If it wasn't for her and the way that she cared for me when I was a little girl, I don't think that any of the shyness and any of the fears would have gone away. She was such a strong woman, just a beautiful human being. I think of them all the time and I feel so privileged that I've had them in my life and carry them with me. They're always with me, always. And then of course, my parents who are amazing, doing well, thank God. My sister and Jeremy and Yorgos and Michaito and my family in Greece. I'm just very emotional lately. I think I'm just vulnerable because there's so many things, there's so many beautiful things that have happened. And I'm just grateful. So to be grateful can also have tears, but they're tears of appreciation. And yeah, the same moment before could be used. The same song can be used differently depending on what the director is asking of you, the actor that's needed for the character. So the most important thing is for the director, which there are so many out there who do not know the actor's work. Please, directors out there, please learn the creative process of the actors because you will have more tools at your fingertips to be able to obtain from them whatever you want and make your films be great. We need great films. There's a lot of mediocre, stupid, crazy films that are not great anymore. Why is that? Because people won't put the additional work that's required for that to happen. Start collaborating, directors with acting coaches. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid that your credit is going to be taken away from you and that you're not going to be considered a talented director. You're still going to be given the credit. You don't have to hide the secret that you're working with an acting coach. It's okay to mention it. It's actually making you a stronger person. It's making you seem more smart and more intelligent and more confident because you will realize and you will spread the word that collaboration is necessary, especially in acting. I just want to say thank you so much for this. I love this episode and I do hope that you understand that from something that you have expected to work and it did not work, something else that's more beautiful happens. Put in the work for something else to be in this episode. Let it go with the exercise outside, poison outside. Found another way to go about the exercise to get to emotions. Found so much richness. But for now, thank you so much. I will see you, followers of Hey Stella Podcast, next week. Thank you for being with us on this ride.